Hi folks. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about the little known fact that it was a poem of a soldier of Scottish descent that inspired people to start wearing red poppies. Now, if you were in Scotland just now, you would see many people wearing red poppies on their lapels. And it's the same throughout Britain and in many other countries around the world. And poppies are worn at this time of year to remember all those people who have given their lives for us in war. But just how did the wearing of a poppy as a symbol come about? Well, to learn about this, we have to go back to World War I, where, during this terrible war, large parts of northern France and Belgium were covered in trenches that were being constantly bombarded by artillery fire. Battles were being continuously fought over this whole area, and the beautiful landscape was turned into a barren waste of mud and shell holes. Nothing could grow here apart from one wee flower. It's the bonny bright red Flanders poppy. Now, as many of you will know, the northern part of Belgium is known as Flanders, and that's the area that this flower came from. But somehow or other, this little resilient flower flourished in the midst of so much destruction, growing in there thousands and thousands and thousands. And in the spring of 1915, shortly after losing a friend in battle, a Canadian doctor of Scottish descent, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, was so moved by the sight of these poppies that he wrote the now famous poem, "In Flanders Fields." In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amidst the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. So this amazingly emotive poem is commonly held that McCrae penned this on May the 3rd, 1915, the day after presiding over the funeral and burial of his close friend, Lieutenant Alexis Helmer, who had been killed during the Second Battle of Ypres. The poem was written as he sat upon the back of a medical field ambulance north of Ypres, looking out over all the poppies. Now, this poem so inspired an American university professor, Moina Michael, that she started to wear a poppy in memory of those who'd fallen in the war. She then campaigned to get it adopted as an official symbol of remembrance and to sell poppies to raise funds to help disabled veterans. In 1921, her efforts were successful in the poppy being adopted as a symbol of remembrance by the American Legion Auxiliary and the Royal British Legion. Many other countries followed suit. And so today, over 100 years later, thanks to a Canadian Scots soldier and an American woman, we can still show a remembrance for all those brave men and women who have given their lives for us by proudly wearing our poppies. Sadly, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae did not survive the war to see his poppy becoming such an important symbol. He died of pneumonia in January 1918 and was buried with full military honours in Wimereux War Cemetery near Boulogne in France. However, if you happen to be visiting Eilean Castle in the Highlands of Scotland, you'll see the words of his poem and his name on the Clan McCrae War Memorial within the castle. Today I made a visit to the Garden of Remembrance in Edinburgh. It is erected every year beside the Scott Monument in Princes Street, and features many, many, many small wooden crosses placed there by the families of those who lost their lives for us. It's a very humbling experience, and I was proud to wear my poppy in honour of all those who fell, and to think back to that famous poem penned all those years ago by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. Until we see each other again, I'd just like to wish you all the very best from Scotland.